Alright, so another guide once again. So yeah, how do you say, this is computer hardware that you might want to look into. So you go to like Newegg. Well, this is Newegg Canada. Most of you guys will be on the American side, so don't get scared of the prices. Yeah, it's Canada. Everything's all expensive and stuff. So obviously, well, if you're in America, you go to the American site. You go to Canada. If you're from Canada, you go to Canadian sites. Obviously, you don't have to use Newegg. You can anywhere that sells any type of computer hardware. So what does it have to do with NR? Well, I think most of you guys run a laptop, right? So for anyone who runs a laptop, you know, not much you can do here. You can only get the what do you call those? Electronics, I guess. So okay, no, not electronics. How do you call it? Keyboards, microphones, pretty much like essentials, I guess. Now, if you have a laptop, why would you want a keyboard? Well, you have some space to work with. I'm saying a lot. My inner Dale Jr. is coming out. But why would you want like a keyboard if you already have a laptop? Well, it's better to work with. You won't have any. You probably must have like less misclicks. Just in case you're like me, you prefer to use the keys instead of like having to use the mouse. Or either one works when you switch cars and cameras. It's up to you. So keyboards, things. So things like a keyboard. Obviously, you don't need like a gaming keyboard like this. Like good lord. Like obviously, you don't need this. It's like if you want a game or something. Like if you actually game on the PC. So of course you don't want this. But if you want it, then go ahead. Your money. But keyboards, just any generic $2 keyboard would work. Even if you have a spare one lying around, and that's not what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for bootleg. Well, I guess something like this. Doesn't matter if it's good or bad. You're just doing it, because it's better than a laptop keyboard. A lot better to work with. That's what I did. Using a laptop keyboard. No, not using a laptop keyboard. But when I did use it, it was a bit weird. Typing is weird too. If you're used to like a big wide one, like a standard keyboard mouse, you don't really, doesn't matter. But yeah, you should get like a mouse like this, or not like this, just because it's better than a trackpad, or trackpad. That's what it's called, right? The thing right here. Here's the thing. So if you want to get that, you can just get the same thing. Get like a $2 mouse, or maybe you have one lying around. So you can get that. And if you want to do commentary, I recommend not getting like a generic, weird bootleg desktop microphone. Maybe I can find one here. Microphone. There we go. Okay, these are a bit over the top. Even though I do have one that's a little overkill just for NR. I use a Snowball. Not this one, not the ice one. An older model. So don't get something. If you want to do commentary, you don't necessarily need to get one of these microphones. Well, you can see right here. Here's a bootleg one. Despite having 3 eggs like this, I had one of these and I still have it, but I don't use it. But my God, horrible, 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 horrible. You see something like this, you know it's shit. No doubt about it. Now, most laptops, well, I shouldn't say most, because I'm not sure. Well, some laptops should have like a built-in microphone. Although I don't recommend those either, because they could be either good, they could be bad. So if it does have a microphone, test it out. Like bring out something like Sound Recorder, and test it out. Just look at the green bar, and you could you could see me. It's picking up very nicely. So see the green bar actually moving, not doing like little ticks, like just staying as pretty much like a green line. If you see just a green line, then it's bad. Unless you're too far from the microphone. Anything like, oh, look at this. Oh my lord. This is what you used back in Windows 95. Wow, 4 eggs. Maybe this thing is good. You clip it on. Looks like it's a clip-on. You clip it on your shirt. And you tuck it in. Hey, who knows? Maybe this is good. So this might even work if it's that good. If it's getting that kind of reviews, then I know reviews aren't always 100% reliable. But if it's that good, maybe this could work too. Okay, so that's it for. Oh yeah, also, if you're actually gonna decide to get one of these overkill microphones, invest into a pop filter. When I got my mic, when I started doing commentary properly, it was bad. Like it just feels like you're spinning in the microphone. So this is just a generic pop filter. Oh my lord, $47! You crazy? And maybe three people reviewed it. So you can even go on Amazon if you like. Get like a $2. Okay, maybe not $2, but you know what I mean. Like very cheap. You don't need something insane. Mine is just a generic one as well. Like, you know, I'm not going over the top. So, of course, you want to get one of these ones, so you can find a way to clamp on, so you can clamp onto something. If you're getting the one with the stand, if you're getting a microphone with a stand, like an actual stand, like the Snowball, you can see it has like this right here, this little stand you can clamp on the pop filter on. But if you're getting like something like a Yeti, you're gonna have to like do something else, find a different one, or mod it if you can. So yeah, so that's it about the keyboards and stuff. So any generic desktop keyboard if you like, but I recommend, but mostly I recommend getting like a mouse. Don't use that laptop trackpad unless you want to. Up to you. So, but I still think you should just get one. You know, nowadays they're not that expensive. You can even get one of those ones that light up for like $10. Although it doesn't matter because you just need something that works. Now, if you have like an old desktop and you're still using it as for pretty much anything as your daily use, not just for NR. So you can benefit from that. So you can get something like a dedicated video card or GPU, whatever you like to call it. Let's see. Where is it? Sound cards you don't need. Bare bones. No, you don't. Damn it. So you don't need to get something insane. You don't need to get like a $500, $600, $1,000 GPU. Even something like an old one might work. If I could show you it. Where is it? I want to like have like a proper list. I don't want to type it in. Oh wait, here it is. The components. There we go. Desktop graphics card. So if you have like a box, like a tower, like obviously you're not gonna need something like this. This is way too much unless you want to and you know what you're doing. So of course you want to check your specs and stuff. Having like if you have like a desktop GPU, a desktop computer, you know, you can just pop one of these cheap ones in. That's the RX 550, like a very it's a rebrand, although it's a very low budget card. Remember, these are just Canadian prices. Definitely going to be cheaper in America, although that still seems a bit too overkill just for NR. NR is an old game, so you don't want to spend too much because NR was in 2003. I think the first 2-core processor was made in 2004, so NR can only utilize 1 core of processor of the CPU if you have more than a core, although a GPU does help up with the graphics. So obviously you don't need to go overkill, but of course higher the better. Sometimes it's good. So if you can, I'm not saying you should, although if you have integrated graphics are kind of okay, but you just don't want a blurry mess. I know some of you guys are just like used to it. I can't stand the blurriness, the lag, the very bad lag. How do you watch it? I'm not, trying to act like a big asshole right now, but sometimes how do you watch a race when it's only literally 5 frames a second? I know most of you guys are used to it, but I think you should at least get 20 frames. So you might want to lower that. Actually, we should hop into NR and do that. I wasn't planning to hop into NR, But these are very low budget cards. Maybe you have a job, pick one of these up, or maybe you get some pocket money from your parents, or ask it for Christmas, or anything like that for your birthday. Maybe pick one of these up. Good for NR. Although this is still this is pretty overkill, because this is a brand new card, $550. Even though it's still pretty low budget, but it's still pretty hard to find old cards on Newegg. You might have to go to eBay. Okay, the thing cut off right there. Had to restart it. But about eBay, yeah, eBay you want to be a little bit more careful. Although you could find an old card there. Let's see if we could find one of those cards. See how they look like. It's at the lowest price, of course. At that lower price. Like, wow, look at this. Right, so maybe like something like this, even cheaper, I think can run NR pretty okay, pretty well, maybe more than okay. Maybe you might want to pick these. Maybe if you can snatch one, if you have some things, if you really want to, if you really want to improve your NR graphics and all that good stuff. What's that thing called? So the GT210. That's a very low budget. What the hell? Okay, that didn't work out so well. All I got was some kind of screen protector. GTX 210. It doesn't sound right. Oh, what the hell? Ugh. Okay, well, let's see if I can find on Google. I can actually Google it. It's very low power, low budget, very cheap GPU. Although, $50 or $40, $30, since you guys are in the States, it might be, if you want, pick it up, pop it into your desktop computer, and enjoy NR in a better graphics size, to make it look good and all that good stuff. And one last thing, hard drive. Now, most of you guys, I don't think, are recording big files like me. Pretty much 4 gigs every minute. So it's a lot. So you won't have to invest so much into hard drives. But of course you don't need it for NR as well. You can just use it. Maybe you want to put some more things like in stuff. Maybe you want to have a dedicated one for NR maybe. So remember, these are Canadian prices. It's definitely, the number is going to be a lot lower. So I got a lot of space because I'm crazy. But you don't. A terabyte is like 1,000. So 1 terabyte is 1,000 gigs. I think you should guys maybe, if you are gonna buy a hard drive, I recommend getting a 1 terabyte. But if you can't afford it, 500 gigs works out pretty well as well. Especially if you're not using fraps. If you're using fraps, then you might want to get a 1 terabyte. But if you're not using fraps, 500 gigabytes will do really good. Although these prices are pretty screwed. $68 for 500 gig. That's how much a terabyte cost. Trying to rip me off? Okay, these prices are not as good. Wow, these are even higher than a terabyte. High performance hard drive. Ooh. People actually bought this. Wow. Take a look. $69 for a terabyte. And they're charging $69.28. Look at that. You pay an extra couple cents. Oh, it's on sale. So, well, that's how the price should be in the first place. Ooh, high performance. I shit my pants. But yeah. If you're working with big files, get a terabyte at least. If you're working with small files, like if you're using OBS or Bandicam, or anything that takes the MP4 format, 500 gigs will do you good. If you can find a cheap one. If not, then just, I don't know. If you can't find like a cheap 500 gig, maybe save up for a terabyte if you really want to. I know I said that a lot. I make it sound like it's mandatory, but it's not, and it's a bit too much just for a game that's over 13, 14 years old. And for something you're probably only going to do maybe just a couple years, couple months maybe even, or just a year. Just have a little fun. But I've been doing this for a lot longer than I did. I started this thing about 8-9 years ago, but I didn't go to YouTube till 2011. So I've been doing the YouTube thing for about 6 years, but I've been doing offline things for about 8-9 years. So of course, it wasn't that stressful back then. Well, not, I shouldn't say stressful, but it was a lot less work, and you didn't need to go insane. You didn't need to go ham, buy this, buy that, get like a $2 million microphone, got a $2 million keyboard, $2 million worth of hard drives. No, yeah, I didn't do that back then. I used to do a league race on NASCAR 2011, the game. Ugh, that didn't last for long. I think we only did like 3 races and we're done. Yeah, I never finished my series back then. We just had a little fun, and I had a channel back then too, but I abandoned it. So yeah. So again, this is all optional. If you like, try to point you to the right direction, so you don't end up spending like $1 bazillion on the wrong thing. Like, oh shit, doesn't work, because you accidentally maybe bought like a server type GPU, although those things are like $1 gazillion. So I doubt you guys would make that mistake, because yeah, because why would you even look at that section? Even I wouldn't even look at that section. So actually, let's actually find out those server GPUs. Server GPU or something like that. Or no. Okay, that was a big fail. What do you call those things again? I guess you could say, oh yeah, workstation, not server. Workstation GPU. I'm a goddamn idiot. I apologize. So I doubt you guys would be looking through this, and even if you do, even if you can't afford it, these aren't meant for gaming. These things probably won't even work on your system. See, so even if you can't afford it, don't buy it, because these are for other things, like I guess like workstation. These are like for making games, not playing games, you could say. I don't know. I don't really know what this thing does. It does video things, graphical things. It definitely is not a gaming card at all. So if you want to, even if you can also build your own system if you like. There's a lot of videos out there. Just type in like budget gaming PC, because everything has to be named gaming. Everything gaming. So you can do that too if you like. So that's it for the equipment. So I said I was gonna hop into NR, but I'll save that for later. Maybe for the next time. Stop like adjusting your graphical settings and all that. So yeah, we're done here. Again, very short. I know. I think it's short. It's got to be short.